Coronation Street actress Beth Nixon has hinted that Megan Walsh will effectively cause her own undoing as she becomes increasingly desperate to keep her grooming scandal hidden in upcoming episodes. Viewers will recall that Megan arrived in Weatherfield last year, and it soon emerged that she was involved in an illegal relationship with Will Driscoll, who had only just turned 16. When Will chose to stay in Hull to focus on his athletics rather than move to Weatherfield with his family, the Driscolls suggested that Megan remain behind. In an effort to avoid suspicion, Megan later began a relationship with Daniel Osborne, who also helped her secure a teaching position at Weatherfield High. More recently, Megan discovered she was pregnant and told Will that he was the father. However, another shocking twist later revealed that Will was not her only victim. His former rival, Lee, turned up and later admitted to Will that he too had previously slept with Megan. It was after this revelation that Sam Blakeman began to take a closer interest in Megan's behavior, having overheard a conversation between Will and Lee. Although Megan soon realized Sam was growing suspicious, she brushed off his concerns as nothing more than a teenage infatuation. When Sam refused to back down and stood by what he believed to be true, Megan's behavior took a darker turn, and she issued a clear warning for him to stay silent. New Coronation Street spoilers reveal that next week Sam will come close to securing the evidence he needs to expose Megan using a hidden camera. However, Beth Nixon doesn't believe Sam will be the one to bring about her downfall. Her intelligence is her downfall, but so is her self-righteousness, Beth explained. She believes she's untouchable and can get away with anything. The thought of prison terrifies her, so she may try to run, but it's her overconfidence that will ultimately destroy her. She genuinely thinks she can manipulate everyone around her. When asked how far Megan would go to protect her secret, the actress admitted, "I think she'd go to any lengths. She places herself above everyone else and will trample over anyone if it means coming out on top." Discussing the importance of the storyline and the message she hopes viewers take from it, Beth added, "We've seen similar plots before, but reversing the genders makes it even more shocking. There's a huge stigma and double standard. If this were a man, the response would be very different. People often think the boy is lucky, but this is grooming and abuse. I hope it highlights the warning signs, Will's outbursts, his stress levels, his slipping grades. If it helps even one parent or friend recognize what's happening to a child, then we've done our job. It's a vital story to tell, especially as more female offenders are being convicted. We're showing that women can be abusers too, manipulators who exploit emotions to get what they want." Coronation Street sparks new rivalry as Tim clashes with unexpected new opponent. Coronation Street is lining up a surprise feud for Tim Metcalf as jealousy creeps in over the rapid bond forming between his close friend Steve McDonald and newcomer Ben Driscoll. In upcoming episodes, Tim becomes increasingly irritated when he notices Steve and Ben sharing laughs and friendly banter at the Rover's return. When Steve heads off to the toilets, Tim seizes the moment to stake his claim, making it clear to Ben that Steve is his best mate. Later in the week, Tim once again finds himself on the sidelines after spotting Steve and Ben enjoying a game of darts together at the pub. Will Tim finally admit how he's feeling to Steve? And could the long-standing duo end up expanding into a trio? Producer Kate Brooks previously addressed the dynamic of male friendships on the soap, explaining that Tim begins to feel like an outsider as Steve and Ben grow closer. Tim's feeling pretty put out that he's suddenly become the third wheel in this friendship circle, Kate said. Ben's the shiny new arrival, while Tim's feeling a bit past his prime, so he's trying to stay one step ahead and make sure Steve remains his best friend, not Ben's. She added, "Although the subject matter around this group is incredibly serious, there's still plenty of humor to be found in their scenes together." Female friendships are vital to the show. Strong women really matter, but men being a bit silly and chatting rubbish around a dartboard is just as important. There's a lot more of that to come. Alongside the lighter moments, Tim will also be central to a much darker storyline linked to Megan Walsh's grooming of Ben's teenage son, Will. Witnessing Will's experience will force Tim to reflect on his own past, recalling when he lost his virginity at 14 to Trisha Pinkerton, who was almost 20 at the time. Coronation Street's Lou Michaelis star, from girlfriend in Australia to hidden Emmerdale role. Coronation Street troublemaker Lou Michaelis is back on screens this week, but what do we really know about the actress behind the character, Farrel Hegarty? With Lou returning to Weatherfield, viewers are once again seeing the chaotic mum of three who first arrived on the cobbles in February 2025 alongside her violent husband, Mick. After settling on Maudsley Street, it didn't take long for the pair to earn a reputation as nightmare neighbors. Drama escalated in May when Mick brutally killed Craig Tinker in a drunken rage, shocking the entire street. Lou's own dark side was later exposed when she attacked Gary Windass with a metal pole after he refused to go along with her desperate attempt to extort money from him. Her actions eventually caught up with her, leading to her arrest and prison sentence, with Lou last seen on screen in July. This week, however, she made a surprise return when it was revealed she'd been assigned as a prison buddy to help fellow inmate Debbie Webster. Farrel Hegarty is far from a newcomer to television. In addition to her role in Coronation Street, she's appeared in Sky's hit comedy Brassic, where she worked alongside Michelle Keegan, who Corrie fans will remember as Tina McIntyre. She also had a role in rival soap Emmerdale back in 2014, playing Laura Atkinson. Interestingly, Farrel had already featured in Coronation Street years before being cast as Lou. In 2019, she appeared as a reporter who arrived on the street following the Christmas shooting, hoping to get the inside story on the fatal events of the previous night. "I played a reporter in 2019, Farrel previously explained. "It was the Boxing Day episode. I think I only had to say my name. I was literally reporter one." Even more surprisingly, Farrel revealed she first stepped onto the famous cobbles as a child. At just 5 years old, she visited the Coronation Street tour and even met soap legend Barbara Knox, who plays Rita Tanner. "I've got a photo of me and her from when I was about 5, she said. Reflecting on landing the role of Lou, Farrel described it as a special milestone. "It feels like a real full-circle moment, which makes it even more exciting," she shared. "But this is definitely my first major role." Away from the soap, Farrel is in a long-distance relationship with her girlfriend, Tricia Stone, who lives in Sydney, Australia. She has previously spoken candidly about the challenges of being apart. "It's an expensive relationship," she told the Daily Telegraph. "Before I got the show, I was actually planning to move to Australia. But then I landed Corrie and had to stay in the UK. I could definitely see myself living there." Farrel has also admitted she's unsure whether the UK is where she sees her future long-term. "I don't think I'll settle there forever," she said. "My girlfriend has already said she doesn't want to be there. She sees herself in Australia at the end of her life." Last year, the actress spoke about the huge life decisions she faced when the Coronation Street opportunity arrived just as she was preparing to relocate overseas. "Either way, my life was about to change," she explained. "I knew I'd either be moving to Australia or joining Coronation Street." Despite the difficulties of a long-distance romance, Farrel said her partner was nothing but supportive. "It's definitely not easy, but she was never going to be angry about me being in Corrie. She knows how much it meant to me and how hard the journey's been." Coronation Street airs on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX.